your key card. You use it to access your office, your bank, your dorm room. But thieves can use it to steal your identity in a flash.
It's just that easy.
Next, Inside Edition.
Hi, I'm Walt Augustinowitz, founder and CEO of Identity Stronghold. And we recently did a news story with Inside Edition on the campus of Northern Arizona University. And I wanted to give you a little background ahead of time, just so you know what you're looking at. And what we found is there's just literally millions of campus ID cards out there across the country these days that they're the kind of cards that you just wave to get in the door, such as this. And the students will wave these to pay for things, bookstores, etc., go all over campus. The problem is a lot of these are very susceptible to cloning. There's some newer ones out that are a little harder to clone, but it's always a matter of a few months to a year or so, and someone can clone the next new card. But what we wanted to show you is one of the popular cards that's out there and how easy it is for someone to actually clone that person's ID card, and there's a number of things that then they could do with that card. But just for starters, this is a typical ID card, and I just wanted to show you how simple it is, because the video doesn't go into it too much. But this is an ID card, and if this looks like a cell phone, but it's really not. You can see in the picture here, you can see it's got other technology in it. This is maybe a couple $100 at most online. These are readily available, and if I put this in front of here, you see that light blinking. As soon as that light blinks, that'll read 6 or 7 inches away through a backpack, whatever. As soon as that light blinks, all the information on that card is on this device now, and you can take a blank card or one that's printed to look like another ID card. I simply press this button and let go, and now this card is an exact clone of this card. And you saw it literally took us 2 or 3 seconds passing by someone, by their backpack, whatever, and we can make a clone card. So we're about to see a video, and we're going to come back afterwards and explain a few more things that happened that ended up on the cutting room floor. Take a look.
Half of college presidents say they have increased security on campus, and key card entry is often one of the ways they've done it. But some of those cards, which can also be used to gain access to offices or even make purchases, may not be as secure as you think. Jim Murray explains.
ID key cards. We swipe them and tap them everywhere, using them to unlock doors at office buildings and even college dorm rooms. But just how secure are these magic ID cards?
Tens of thousands of college students across the country are issued electronic IDs just like these. They use them to buy meals on campus and to gain access to their dorm rooms. They may think they're completely safe. Guess again. It's just this easy for a perfect stranger to gain access to a college dorm.
So how does it work? Using this device.
If I just go like that, and boom, this is a copy of that card.
So
literally 2 to 3 seconds. Those are identical now.
We won't show you, but security expert Walt Augustinowitz of Identity Stronghold says it's easy for criminals to get the parts online to build a card cloner just like his.
This light right here, when that flashes, it's detecting a card in there.
And once the cloner reads the tiny radio chip embedded in the card, Walt can clone a phantom key of your card onto another.
All they have to do is push a button, and it's as simple as bang, and then it's a clone.
So we came to Northern Arizona University and tried to electronically pickpocket students, with their permission, of course. In the blink of an eye, Walt's cloner was able to scan and steal these freshmen''s IDs, even through their pockets and backpacks.
This is the card that we cloned. Look at that. How does that make you feel?
Pretty unsafe.
We just made a clone of your card that fast.
You can do that?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
Every student we've talked to has been vulnerable.
And all of them will be.
Don't panic, though. While this technology may be vulnerable, Walt says the good news is there's a simple and cheap fix.
It's like putting an on-off switch on your card.
For just a few dollars, many companies like Walt's sell card protectors like these that will prevent anyone from cloning your ID card or credit card.
Just do that. Okay? Now you're safe.
We gave every student we spoke with a card protector and destroyed the cards we cloned.
You could be saving somebody from a potential assault.
Absolutely.
A spokesman for Northern Arizona University tells us they've taken immediate action to protect their students.
So as you can see in that video, it was pretty easy to copy any student ID card on that campus. And one of the things we also tried that ended up on the cutting room floor just for lack of time was there was a national coffee chain on on the campus at that university, and the students are allowed to go in there and use that same ID card to make a purchase. So we wanted to try and see what would happen if we actually tried to make a purchase with a clone card. So we mocked up a card and made it look just like one of their cards, and we asked the student if he didn't mind us copying his card and seeing if we could make a purchase, and the student didn't mind. So what we did is we went ahead and copied his card, had the reporter walk up to the cashier and ask for a copy, and handed the student, the cloned student ID card to the clerk behind the counter. And when they first waived it, it was declined, and we thought maybe the clone didn't work. But what happened is the person behind the counter said, "Oh, well, you don't have any money transferred from your bank account onto your card for use for purchases. Would you like me to do that now?" And the stunned reporter just answered, "Sure." And amazingly, the clerk behind the counter was able to do that in a few seconds and then gave him his copy, and he was on his way. So not only did the clone card work in a commercial business on campus as well, but it also gave them access to the student's bank account and the dollars that were in there. So there's a lot more danger to just cloning a card and walking in a dorm. I mean, theoretically, any building on campus that has a waived card could be entered. That might be an armory on campus for the campus police. It might be, a recreational facility where students feel safe, working out at night, late at night, and really they're not, because anybody that has copied one of these cards during the day could come back and enter that building at night. There's a lot of dangers with this, but the good thing is there's a simple protection, and that's what we're trying to do, is get the word out that there are things you can do that aren't very expensive, such as the badge holder that you saw in that video. I mean, this badge holder is, right now, this card is shielded and you can't read it until you squeeze the card. As soon as you squeeze the card, you can get in, but as long as you're walking around like this, someone can't just pass right by you and clone that card. We're hoping to get enough word out to people. We've seen this danger across the board. It's not just campuses, it's even regular police departments. We've seen it in lots of government administration buildings. But there are simple fixes, and if you just contact us, we can help you identify which of our products will shield the correct frequency card that you're using on your campus or your kids are using on campus. Because parents as well, if your campus isn't protecting your kids, this is the time for you to do it. It's a few dollars and they'll be protected. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We appreciate it.